Topping the news at 5:30, Chris Scanlon has a new title tonight, Mayor Scanlon. That's after Byron Brown there officially resigned this morning. News 4's Marley Tuskus sat down with Brown and looks back on the challenges and accomplishments during his time.
As Byron Brown enters a new chapter in his career, taking on the role of president and CEO of Western Regional Off-Track Betting, he's looking back on his time as mayor of Buffalo. And during the nearly 2 decades in office, there were challenges. Brown says he inherited a city in financial distress.
At different times during my 18 budgets that I've put together, there have been major fiscal challenges that I have been able to manage, that I have helped the city weather.
Now he's leaving the city with a multi-million-dollar budget deficit. While some local leaders have said it's as much as $40 million, Brown says it's not that high and not something that can't be fixed.
There's no question in my mind that a $20 or $25 million deficit can be overcome. There are a lot of people that are talking and they talk out of school. They have no intimate knowledge of what the city finances are. I believe that there are things that can be done and the city can close its budget gap if all of the actors in the budget process do what they should be doing.
Brown was in his 5th term when he announced his resignation, a term that was not easily won after losing the primary race to India Walton.
The primary campaign was lackluster. To use a sports metaphor, kind of took my eye off the ball.
Critics have said his lackluster campaign proved Brown did not want a 5th term to begin with, also questioning if he knew he was going to leave office early. He says that's not true. Another thing he says is false, having any kind of conversation with Common Council President Chris Scanlon during that campaign about helping him rise into the role of interim mayor.
I was appreciative that Councilmember Scanlon worked so hard, that he put so much effort and energy into helping me to get reelected. Many people did. There was an amazing outpouring of support from all across the city of Buffalo. If I didn't want to run, I wouldn't have run.
Brown says his biggest challenge was guiding the city through what he called its darkest day. May 14th, 2022, when 10 people were killed and 3 injured in a racist massacre at the Tops on Jefferson Avenue.
I was at a T-ball game for my little niece and nephew. I had to leave that and come to Jefferson. When I came into the supermarket, there were 3 bodies laid out on the ground with coverings over them. It was a chilling scene. And I knew in that moment, leaders have to rise to the occasion. You have to try to put your personal pain and anguish to the side and focus on the needs of the members of your community.
Brown says having a calm demeanor was able to help him navigate such a painful and emotional time for the Queen City and its community. Reporting, Marley Tuskus, News 4.